Sometimes I think trying to find the best TVs under $1,000 is a fool's errand. Not because they don't exist, but because with frequent sales and prices that may go up and down, it's hard to nail down a definitive list. Yet, here we are doing our best to make it happen because with every year that passes, the budget category just gets better and better. Welcome back to the channel, where in this video we're going to break down the TVs by size, starting with 55 inches and going up to 85, because yes, you can get good quality TVs even at an extra large size within this $1,000 budget. In order to keep the video from getting too repetitive, I'll try not to repeat the same models at different sizes. Just know that if, for example, we say the TCL QM7K makes the list at 65 inches, it also qualifies for the list at 55 inches as well. We're gonna start with OLED, but don't get used to it. There aren't many, really any more on this list, especially since we're sticking to mostly 2025 TVs. Anyway, the LG B5 at the 48-inch size comes in at $700. In fact, as this video is at least being written, it's on a rather significant sale, almost 50% off. But even if that doesn't stick around forever, I think you can count on at least the 48-inch model being under $1,000 whenever you look. Considering it's the budget model in LG's OLED lineup, it still comes pretty stacked in terms of inputs and features. 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos supported, and a beautiful image thanks to the contrast you've come to expect from OLED TVs. Just don't expect it to be as bright as other OLED TVs, and certainly not as bright as a lot of the mini LED TVs that we've put on this list. Speaking of which, the 55-inch Hisense U8QG is going to be the best mini LED option at this 55-inch size, and I love that Hisense makes it available at this size. There are only a handful of TVs that sit above this one in their 2025 lineup, the U9 and then the ultra premium mini LED RGB TVs that literally cost 20 or 30 times as much as some of the TVs on this list. So having the U8QG rated by Hisense to hit 5,000 nits and loaded with features that include a USB-C display port is pretty awesome. The bang for your buck only gets better every single year with this U8 model. In fact, the same can be said for the U75QG if you want to save a bit of money. As you would expect from a less expensive model, you do lose out on a little bit of brightness and contrast when you step down from the U8, but it's another one of those scenarios where if they're not side by side and the U7 is getting the job done for you in terms of brightness, you'll still enjoy it a lot. And you'll hang on to about $200 that you'll save in the process. I'd also guess that when holiday sales hit, this will be a steal if and when it drops even lower. To put it simply, the people I've recommended the U7 to over the years have absolutely loved it for all kinds of uses. As for TCL, the QM8K would have made this list a few weeks ago when it was significantly cheaper, but currently their best at the 65-inch size, under $1,000, is the QM7K, a solid option that they've put a lot of work into over the last few years. The QM7 in 2024 introduced a mini LED panel to this model and really ramped up the amount of dimming zones compared to the 2023 model. Now, the QM7K builds upon that with even better contrast. It's just an all-around really solid TV. It's not necessarily the best that TCL offers in any category, but it does do everything very well. Okay, so that was a really short 65-inch section, but reminder, I'm trying to avoid listing the same models in different size categories. The two TVs listed here for 75 inches are both selling for about $850 right now, and they can also be purchased in 55 and 65-inch sizes, obviously, for less money. Staying with TCL, the QM6K is a great option at 75 inches. Really, their whole mini LED lineup is super solid. I'd also say that if this TV is going to be used for watching sports or with a group of people, a bigger TV helps mitigate some of those viewing angle issues you may get from mini LED TVs. Basically, with more people, more real estate helps to get everyone in front of the TV instead of off to the sides. A lot of the same can be said for the 75-inch U65QF, which is actually a bit brighter than the QM6K. But one of the primary differences between the two is going to be the operating system, as the F in the model stands for Fire TV from Amazon. Hisense's higher models and the TCL competitors have Google TV instead. But as long as that's not a deal breaker, it's another great option that gives you a little bit more size. I'll also say about these two models in particular, if you're really looking to save some money and get a great TV for like under $600, these are the ones to look at. They are far better in terms of picture quality and features than what you'll get with the average TV. Even if a $200 or $300 Black Friday deal is staring you in the face in a few weeks, trust me, these are gonna be worth paying about $500 or so instead. Finally, to the 85-inch category, where again, as of publishing this video, there are some 2024 models still in stock. The one we're gonna highlight does come with a couple of setbacks, but that's the cost of business for 85 inches, under $1,000 right now. So bear with me. The TCL Q6, their 2024 model, is selling for $850 right now in the 85-inch size, but it's not near the level of its replacement this year, the QM6K. Instead, the Q6 lacks local dimming, comes in weak in terms of brightness, and its black levels aren't great either, meaning it just doesn't give you the best image in dark rooms or for HDR viewing. But if you do want size, this is it. That said, if it were me looking for an 85-inch TV, I'd ditch the rules of this list and push the budget just a little bit. Just north of $1,000, 90 bucks higher to be specific, you'll find the much better 85-inch TCL QM6K, and for a little more than that, the Hisense U65QF. Obviously, those prices would be for if you bought them right now. But honestly, I think we're gonna see those models dip below the $1,000 limit during the holidays. The point is, especially at 55, 65, and 75 inches, you have your picks for some really, really good TVs without paying a tax for the brand name alone. The other tax, AKA tariff, that's hitting all of us trying to purchase electronics right now, well, it's just kind of what we're stuck with. But if you play the game right and keep an eye out for sales and rebates, you can at least get close to the original prices pre-tariff, which is probably what a lot of these sale prices are anyway. That's it for now, guys. I hope this one helped at least point you in the right direction. If we did leave anything out, do let us know in the comments. And before you light me up, remember, this list is intended to present you with the best options at each size. There may be some lower tier or budget models from other brands available, but performance-wise, the ones on this list are going to be the better performers. As always, we appreciate you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.